Welcome everyone. Today is our second day of our conference, and we will discuss on this future-ready business in a disrupted world. We have our president of Paris Graduate School, Dr. Soha Akiki. She is also president of Innovative Academic Research Publishers. Also, we have our other speaker from Skitry. This is very impactful tech companies from India, Connor Dixit. Uh, Also, we have our scientist, uh, Dr. Fred, Professor Dev. Also, we have Pacific Rim Business Councils. It's one of the business councils in between North America and Global South. Roslyn, she is a Chief Operating Officer for Pacific Rim Business Council. Also, we have our partners, Africa Youth Kingdom. They have more than 2.3 million people. Dr. Melanie joined today's program. And before I go give a chance to Dr. Soha Akiki, I just want to introduce that we are introducing innovative academic research publishers. For these issues, we already get 10 scientific journal from 10 different scientists. We do focus on healthcare, we do focus on technocracy, we do focus on startup and entrepreneurships, and we are getting some scientific movement through this process. For these issues, I want to give very special thanks to Dr. Soha Akiki for her brilliant initiative. Secondly, our sessions we are publishing through all of the global media like Pod TV, uh, like Good News. B-Lab is one of the conjunction in between Japan and Stanford universities and 800 corporations working in this ecosystem. Also, Pacific Rim Business Councils, and through all of the global network, including Amazon and Roku. So thank you everyone for joining today's session. First, I want to give chance Dr. Soha Akiki, President, Paris Graduate School, and President of Innovative Academic Research Publishers. Dr. Soha.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sharif. Thank you and welcome. And only I want to express my really deep thank you to that you accepted to be with us with the kickoff of a series of conferences we are doing this year in 2026. And this is the second day this week, and we will have others each month, at least one or two. Who knows? We will let you know. But really heartful thank you that you accepted to be with us and to be with this adventure. Maybe it's an adventure for everybody, and I'm sure it will be a good adventure. So, Innovative Academic Publisher, it was created because we have the school already, Innovative Knowledge Institute, Paris Graduate School, and we wanted our PhD students or master students to publish. And that's why we decided, the team with me, decided to open this academic journal. And I am so proud of everybody who is working with us and who is helping us. And I cannot be more grateful than that you are with us. And I hope we will have a good session today. And let's start. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This innovative conference, basically, it's a collaborative approach in between industry and academia. Our Paris
Yes.
Graduate School, all of our PhD students focus on industrial research. So that's why today's our keynote speaker, Mr. Connor Dixit, he will promote his key trees. Also, he has vast experience from North America, Wall Street, and all of the big places. Mr. Connor, I want to give you floors, and you can share your presentation with our audience.
Thank you. Good morning, good evening, gentlemen. This is a really, ladies and gentlemen, this is a gathering across the globe. Very, very excited to connect with all of you. And SKITTER, as we see, is a acronym for Skills Training for Employability and Entrepreneurship. And before I talk about it, thank you, Dr. Sharif, for the very, very kind introduction. I was at Columbia University in New York for my master's, and way back in 2006, I thought I made a difficult decision to go for machine learning as my master's when all the others were going in other fields. But turns out it was a wonderful decision that I took. And the way AI has evolved, it's been a really, really exciting ride. Now, while Skitter is focused on skills training, we are built on a background of AI. The backbone of this whole platform is AI. However, what I realized and what Dr. Soha also mentioned, that finally we have to be human centered. We want to build this platform around the distinguished humans of the globe like yourself. And I'll briefly speak about it as we go forward, and I'll also show one very exciting application about in the healthcare industry, which is into nursing training. Okay, so just a bit, Sharad couldn't join us. He's my founder, and he's based in Melbourne. It's almost 3 a.m. right now, so he has excused himself. However, he has been researching on this topic for a couple of years before building this concept, and that is where it has a really live application of the challenges that we faced in the industry. And myself, as I have built data science solutions for the past decade plus, I realize that it is sometimes easier to train the machine learning models. However, it is more important that people should realize their potential. And the way majority of the education is working right now is having a big challenge, what we call as a forgetting curve, because the professor comes, professor talks, teachers, students listen and they forget, because a lot of them are working towards the attainment of a certificate. They are working towards attainment of a degree. Whether they are really working towards attainment of knowledge is the question, and that is where Skitter brings a differentiator, that we are an 80% practice and 20% theory based learning. Because when a student learns through practice, when they learn through their own effort, that is where the true outcomes are delivered. And the way current syllabus are structured, a lot of focus is thrown on content. There is a lot of content given, a lot of books to read, a lot of journals to memorize. However, that causes a lot of overload to the way students are learning. And here, what we are doing is we are doing a bite-sized learning. We are doing a automated assistant which will talk to you, and the most important is you will be able to do an interactive session with the platform in a way that you will do with a friend, with a mirror. It's like a magic mirror, doesn't only show you yourself, however, it also tells what you could do better, what you just did, what you just said, what part of it could be better, what was the right thing to say in that situation. And then build on that, we have many features, and the whole platform is built on personalized learning. So it starts with the assessment of what you know as a learner, what are your strengths, what are your improvement areas, and the whole course is then structured around you, and not structured around the university, not structured around the syllabus, but it is structured around the most important person, that is you. And with the various modules that you can learn in bite-sized features. Then what we call uh, dojos are practice areas in the term of in the world of martial arts. In martial arts, you learn your theory and then you spend hours and years practicing. That's when you become perfect. That is when you become eligible for the fight. That is where you are able to fight and earn your medals, your accolades, and also in the real world. So that is where the AI agents that we have, they allow you to do this kind of a real world practice and outcome. When we say we are a platform focusing on employability, see, whether it was Wall Street or whether it was here in India hiring for some of the best institutions, we always faced a challenge that the resume of a person and the personality are two very different things. Now imagine if we merge both of them and say we do not go for paper resumes anymore, we do not go for say GPT curated resumes anymore, but everyone has a 60-second video resume, which is what we call skills, which is skill reels. You not only know and understand what that person is, but there are various aspects of the personality that can be deciphered in the analysis of their 60 seconds of speaking. So that is how we are connecting the dots. Finally, as this makes the learners employable, it also makes them great problem solvers because they have learned not the hard way but through a uh, very user friendly environment that they are learning in. All right, so just I'll now share an interesting use case of how this helps in the nursing training as well. And I'll be happy to address any questions before I make the switch. Any thing if you would like, I would be very, very happy to answer.
As you are working with academia, so how student, let's say we are work for Paris Graduate School, how student get support through your ecosystem to get the jobs or career ready program or so on.
Absolutely. So for that, we have a program called Mission Employability. Mission Employability allows us to run a 6 weeks program in the campus. And in that 6 weeks program, students not only learn about the subject, the domain that they are specializing in, but they learn how to present themselves to an international audience. And when that is exactly what I'm going to also show in the Pair OS, where a nurse who may have studied in Bangladesh, who may have studied in India, who may have studied in any of these countries, not only learns about the medical aspects of nursing, but also learns that if a nurse goes to Japan, the way she may want to, the demeanor in Japan will be very different than the demeanor expected in Australia versus that expected in France versus US. And those aspects are also covered in the program. It is completely focused towards making them employable in the region, in the geography that they like.
Okay.
Right. So as I and the way we are, I'm showcasing a scenario for nurses. The same way there are many other scenarios. For example, we are also working on saving some dying arts and crafts of India. We have tied up with a NGO who has such art forms that have only like 10 artists remaining, and all of them are above age of 65. So all those use cases, Dr. Sharif, we will be able to and we'll be happy to discuss. But right now, let me focus on one area that we're solving, and I'm sure Would love to connect with all of you to discuss further. Okay, so how this platform is built? Okay, that there's a big need across the world for trained nurses, and for nurses, the human interaction is the most important. We always assume that somebody has the medical knowledge, and there are a lot of tests, exams to evaluate that. The gap really exists on whether the nurse is able to execute on the ground with the environment that she is working in. Now, that's where this platform can be used. For example, let's say just in the Indian context, we have nurses having multiple exams that they get inundated with. The trainings about them are very inconsistent, and overall, none of them are really focusing on the culture readiness of the nurses. What it results in is a lot of churn. The employers really have to go back and forth. More than 100 resumes need to be scanned through, more than 100 nurses need to be evaluated to get one or two really good people on board. Now, that is where this kind of a platform helps by giving the nurses a global readiness through the various preparation techniques that we have driven. And why? See, what it teaches, right, is not only teaches for the exam preparation, we also work on the communication of the nurses. Very interesting aspect that we learned is some nurses are camera shy, and that's why they are not able to portray their skills in the interview or while discussing with the patients. That is where we also have some kind of a icebreaker modules, which is like listening only. So you can listen and talk. Once you're comfortable talking, you can talk on the video. Once you talk on the video, you can give some mock drills. And finally, when you're ready, that is where you interact with the live people. So you first learn, then you practice, simulate, we analyze or measure, and that is how you improve. And Dr. Soha, I hope this is striking a chord with what you mentioned and the vision of your university that you're building. Okay, so the whole journey starts from bite-sized learning, then it goes to immersive role plays, um, both all text, video, voice, and then you have simulated scenarios like I'm talking to a patient dealing with Alzheimer's, or talking to frustrated patients who have been waiting and not getting their insurance claims settled. So all these kind of immersive scenarios we have in the pipeline, and finally, what you see is a very confident person coming out of this whole training after about 3 months of rigorous engagement. Yeah, so overall, that's where we want to go global. We are already getting demand from Germany. We recently trained a batch of 20 nurses who are now all set to apply for various German hospitals. There is a lot of interest that we are seeing from the GCC countries. Likewise, there is all the European countries that Sharad himself is in Australia, and we are in talks with the Australian government. Japan is the market. Dr. Sharif, uh, we recently talked, and we are really excited of how we can unlock doors in Japan. But sky is the limit, and most importantly, the outcomes. What we are trying to deliver is the results of the field and actual impacting of lives through theater. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions from such
I,
a immensely talented set of people that I'm speaking to.
Roslyn, I think you have some question. You raise your hands.
Yeah,
Uh, she's from Pacific Rim Business Council, and she is a chief operating officer for PRBC, one of the largest forum from North America. Yeah.
wonderful.
Hello, everybody. So nice to
Hello.
meet you. My name is Rosalind. I am currently I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, that is in Africa. It's really nice to meet all of you. I'm really happy to be here. Actually, I'm really happy that you mentioned about your program because me and Dr. Sharif, we are launching another program we call Pacific Digital Apprenticeship Program, which is meant to equip youths with digital skills, but to help members from our ecosystem. So my question is, and I think after this call, I might maybe the next meeting I'll present our program so that all of you can understand because our program is meant to bridge the gap between we have so many founders around the world, but one thing that makes it hard, founders get stalled growth, not because they have weak ideas, but because they can't afford full operational teams across critical business functions. That has been a problem. And on the other end, high potential digital talent and technical professions lack structured and real world execution. So my program is to make sure that we bridge that gap. We train the youths, and they and now the founders get affordable work execution. So my question was, do you assist your students to connect with organizations or ecosystem that can get so that they can get employed? Because your program,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. See, and Skitter, the E stands for employability. And
okay,
as I said, it's skills training for employability and entrepreneurship. And exactly what I would love to share with you is this is how we create these video resumes, and we have created a complete portal called Hire Skills, which will help organizations to connect with students, learners, evaluate them, put their job postings, match the same with match students 60 seconds resume with what they need, and choose whether or who is the best fit for them. And in this process, students also learn.
I can't hear you. Am I
They
the only one who
know
can't
what
hear
exactly.
you?
Hello,
I,
can the
I
others
can
hear me?
I can hear you,
Yeah, I can hear you.
but maybe she has to log in again, like
Yes. Yeah.
happened to me. Mm.
Dr. Soha, as you have many students in Paris Graduate School, do you have any questions for these tech
And
companies
I
or?
will. I was going to ask him to share the website.
Mhm, mhm.
I
Sure,
guess I
sure.
prefer going and reading quietly. Yes, it's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Dr. Soha, we have deliberately kept the website a bit low key
Okay.
because we are mostly B2B. However, we'll be happy to set up a detailed demo and
Okay.
even walk you through some of the features that we just talked about.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Rosalind, can
Okay.
you hear me now?
Yeah,
Or maybe
I think
Rosalind
she's joining again.
is just dropped.
Mr. Conrad, I will give you floor. Now we have our other scientist and expert from this panel. First, I would like to give chance Mr. Fred, then Mr. Dave, and then Jiri. Uh, Mr. Fred, yeah.
Well, I like the direction you're taking that maximizes the person involved in education instead of a blanket program where everybody fits the block in the wall. You seek out the knowledge each person has and concentrate your focus on developing that
Thank you.
through the resumes, analytics reports, curriculum style mirrors my attitudes from early on about how where our education is lacking. The other part is about how we implement this in a worldwide level between nations, trying to overcome the language barriers and institute the same kind of programs. Um, interact with their educational systems and showing them the same ideas overall.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Uh, Professor Dave, you want to add any point? Yes. And I know you have your own books. Can you unmute yourself?
This is not my field. So I think, in a sense, I'm in the wrong room. My work is with elementary school children and their parents, helping them to learn how to save energy, water, and money and create a clean, green future. The hypothesis is that all of this talk at the top isn't reaching the bottom. And we have to create bubbles of change at the local level that then rise to the top. So I'm working on climate change, starting at the local level, working with families, getting them to go green, save energy, save water, save money, and make clean, green decisions so that that then permeates up to the top and everything changes. But it has to change from the bottom to the top. And unfortunately, so far, all the discussion has been at COP 1 through 30, where they've discussed at the top 100,000, mostly men, fly into somewhere in the world and they talk about climate change and then nothing happens. So what I'm trying to do is instigate that something to happen. So that's my field, and I'm kind of painted myself into a corner. That's where I'm going to be.
Professor Dave, actually, as this is a conference, you can share your book, Green Actions, and hopefully our audience can get more information. Other speakers, you can share your scientific book and your knowledge with our audience. Professor Dave.
And Professor Dave, actually, in the research that we did, it is proven that if the children's mind is trained early on, they learn much easier. And in that, we are actually working with a elementary school as well, of students in the age range between 5 to 10 uh, as well.
Yeah, those are my people.
Okay, thank you. Jiri, you want to add any point from Czech Republic?
First of all, thank you very much, Dr. Sharif, for allowing me to be here. Thank you very much, everybody, for having me the opportunity and honor to be with you guys. I greet you from the Plzeň. This is a smaller town in the Czech Republic in the Central Europe. And I myself am a teacher by origin. I have been teaching English language for 30 years. However, recently I have started building communities and I do online business customized communities. So put a question to you. Do you have a community, or are you building a community around people who are interesting and important for your project at the moment? Ask yourself this question. And I would be happy to share with you about these topics, and not only these topics in the future, and meet everybody here, because I'm listening to everybody and it's very interesting. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. So, very pleasure meeting you. I would like to say content is only as good as its creator. And what we have is a big group of domain experts who we call forward deployed domain experts. They are the ones who are championing this content. They are the ones who are helping to create this content, and they already have big communities that they are associated with. They are respected in what we are doing is we are creating an overarching community as well, where a doctor can talk to a research scholar can talk to an academician can talk to an industrialist, and that is where the dots will connect, and this whole ecosystem will grow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
We want to focus on Africa because Africa also improving a lot through education, through healthcare, and the Western world heavily supporting African community to uplift the people. Roslyn, so what's your views about education and healthcare in Africa? And if you want to share something about your Kenya, your country, you can share with our audience. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Sharif. First, I kind of dropped. I couldn't hear anything. So when Kanad was replying to what I asked, I didn't hear anything. I dropped. I had to drop and come back. So in Africa, not every child gets to be lucky like I was lucky. And actually in Kenya, which just changed the system, the education system, and everything is confused. Everybody is confused. The teachers, the students, because nobody prepared them. Not even the teachers. Nobody taught them about the. We were using the 844 system. Now we are using the CBC system, which is really confusing even to myself. I have to ask my daughter like a million times what is going on, because I did the 844, she's doing the CBC, and it is really confusing because even for the teachers, they weren't trained first so that they can adapt the system. So in Kenya, there are some parts where education is better, and some kids get education, but then some others, nah, they don't get that lucky. So if we get a system whereby we can help everyone, because I believe we can bring everybody together, and education makes us all equal. But some
Yeah,
of us don't get that in my country. Some of us don't get that. Some areas in Kenya, they are so remote that not everybody gets to get that education. Um, when it comes to healthcare, that is complicated because in Kenya or in Africa, healthcare is like a luxury, and it's quite bad because most of people in Africa are middle class people, and middle class people, we are one disease away from poverty. That's why there's so many deaths in Africa, so many. And can you imagine if we don't equalize education, then every other part, even the healthcare, we are way down here. So if I can be here and get some help from all over the world to bring in Africa and change the lives in Africa, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be there. I'll be doing that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and Rosalind, just to mention, when we are deploying in a lot of schools,
Yes.
one of the program, as most importantly mentioned, is the Train the Trainer program. And in Train the Trainer program, we first train the teachers, we first train the school administrators, then the next step is to train the students. And
Yeah.
that is where, to avoid some of the confusing outcomes, what we have is we have some very structured reports as well, that are created. As today we were focusing on hospitals, that we exactly know what it is that is going to be measured, and
Yeah.
what are the outcomes that are going to be, what are we going to measure outcomes on? Is it communication? Is it decision making? Is it something else, behavioral traits? And you're very right that what needs to be measured needs to be first taught, and when the trainers learn, then that is where they are able to train the kids, and that is where the parents see the outcomes. Otherwise, as you rightly said, it is more chaos than any correct learning.
Yeah, true.
I need to say something, but don't forget that with the national education, we have to check with the ministry. We cannot do anything we want. That's the problem, which means
Yeah.
we can work with you, we can do agreements with you, whatever you want. But if the Ministry of Education doesn't agree, which means the work will be useless at the end. That's it. You have to be careful about your ministry before, because even for us here, we are private institutions, but we have quality assessment, even if we are quality, and we are higher education. So what about the kids? The kids, they are more important, because it's from the lower level to go to the upper level. As Dave was saying, it's very important that we have to be careful about our kids. So I don't know. Maybe we have to talk with the ministry, no? Or maybe
Yeah.
Canada, maybe if you can have a contact with the Ministry of
Yeah,
Education, that would be
absolutely.
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Thank
very
you. Thank you. Basically, right now I want to share, before I go for this open dialogue and discussions. This is our innovative academic research publishers. This is our mission, that the innovative academic research publisher, we specialize in transforming conference research into global accessible high impact scholarly publications, and each year we support thousands of conference proceeding across disciplines, combination editorial issues, and so on. So here some of our scientific papers. Definitely our PhD student from Paris graduate schools, they published their book
Mhm.
with us, and we have many students from Middle East. So that's why global conflict and geopolitical issues also part of these things. uh, Business and management is another important factor for us. Definitely we do focus on leadership, we do focus on digital currencies, we focus on the impact on human resource management development. I think today we discuss on these particular issues. And also we do focus on science and innovations. We have a very specific papers. I think I discussed with Mr. Karnot before, that Kormo Jog. So this is the ethical standard of work and all of the things in South Asia. We have scientific paper on that. Also the agricultural innovations and Japan studies. We have research paper on artificial intelligence and so on. Also for our today's sessions, we do focus on technocracies and all of the things. Now, before I go for this open discussions and all of the discussions in between our speakers, I just want to share the model, that how our scientific innovations and our scientific papers and all of the things we are applying uh, in Bangladesh right now. Uh, uh, okay. So this is the missions, like what we are discussing, what Skitry is doing, or what Paris Graduate School is doing, Pacific Rim Business Council is doing. So they are working like a catalyst. So let's say Bangladesh is 171 million people. India, definitely they have 1.5 billion people. So this is the reason they're the highly density populated countries, and 57 to 60% people are youth. So for that particular issues in our through our research, we identify catalyst is an approach. By this way, we can create a synergies in between entrepreneur, academy, financial institutions, corporations, and governments. And in the present world, we are transforming our ecosystem with modern science, engineering, and technologies. And if you see the WIPO Global Innovation Index, right now our situation is 105. We are increasing innovations through capacity buildings. We are proposing through our research, we can go for innovative economy, and by this way we can create more job opportunity. Also we can strengthen the entrepreneurial ecosystem. and what the specific Rhyme Business Council and all of the institutions are doing. And by this way, we can create a global branding. So any countries in Africa, in Middle East, in global South, they can improve their branding through this innovate national innovation strategy. And definitely technology like emerging technology, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, like micro data centers, and these are very important aspects. So definitely we need more technology and technological infrastructure, and definitely developments with this matrix can uplift human lives. uh, the second part of these innovations, we take actions. So when we proposing the actions, we are proposing artificial intelligence and AI based education is very important. Many people actually losing job because of AI, but we need to utilize human wisdom to create a productive ecosystem for human resource development. So when we discuss about the human resource developments, we are proposing through our research national innovation master plan. We already publishing papers for these issues, January issues. So our proposal, we have to go for strategy development for a country. Then we have to develop a portfolio, what type of industries like healthcare industry, education industry, smart cities, or transportation industry, how we can build up the portfolio for our communities. Culture, I think already Mr. Kono, then Dr. Soha Kiki discuss about cultures and process. So culture is very important aspects for us. That's why this conference, we bring people from Africa, from Middle East, from Europe, from India, and from North America. And that country like Bangladesh, India, we have to build up more infrastructure, intelligent infrastructure. We need to design our infrastructure for creativity, for innovations, and for productivity. That is the proposal. We call it Agile program, and we proposing through our scientific research. It's a 180 days program, and hopefully we go for this peer review process. Different scientists from Paris Graduate School, they are going through our peer review process, and hopefully after the conference we can publish our research paper in between February. So if you have any questions or anything about this innovative academic research publishers, I'm happy to do that. We have our dean from IUBET. He's one of the scholars, and he also publishing paper with us. I think every year they have more than 400 scientific papers. They can collaborate with innovative academic research publishers. They are also interested about PhD program. So that's all about our conference, scientific research paper publications. I directly want to go for Dr. Shohidullah Mia. Can you hear me? Dr. Shohidullah Mia.
Yes, yes. I'm listening to the seminar. Yes, no
Yes,
problem.
Professor. Yeah, Professor, if you want to add some point about research and research.
Oh, our university, I'd like to mention that the university conducting research in different discipline, especially computer science discipline, and also we are working. I am from agriculture discipline, and we are working on. The Bangladesh is a revolution of the textile sector. The textile sector is a very uh, growing steps. Due to the growing steps, the textile sector uh, releasing wastewater to the environment directly. That's why the ecosystem is damaging. At the same time, our river is seriously polluting, and our country, the population is increasing day by day. On the other hand, we are degrading our land, we are degrading our river system, and the pollution is so serious due to the uh, continuous discharge of the textiles industrial wastewater. So ultimately, we are losing a serious river system. We are losing the fisheries sector. We are losing the land, agricultural land, and at the same time, due to the Bangladesh is the affecting frequently climate actions. The southern part of Bangladesh is frequent flood. One third of the country is affecting high salinity, but we are conducting research on salinity stress agricultural crop varieties by which we are trying to overcome the situation, and also we are trying to develop uh, the textile wastewater treatment process. Some treatment process in the industry is chemical treatment process by which the industrial people, the industry owner, try to make the business, and they do not treating the wastewater by the chemical process. So we need some assistance to the global world economy and all world universities where the technology we can share our technology, we can provide our students from the university, they can learn the technology through research, and ultimately we can lead our research, and then we can contribute to our nation. Ultimately, in the long run, we will face a serious problem in the agriculture sector due to the textile industrial. At the same time, we will lose our frequent flood situation of the southern part of the country. So you know the population of the country is 180 million people here. So for the food security, we need urgently some collaboration for research by which we can share our technology and to contribute to our nation. That is my request to the World Economic Forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. We want to welcome more research paper from IUBET. I know that you are publishing lots of research papers and you are one of the great scholars. And we are publishing another 11 issues next 11 months. So if you need any cooperation and support to publishing research paper, we are happy to support your university and collaborate with you. I directly want to go for these open discussions. Mr. Conrad, are you with me, or Mr. Fred?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm there.
So we can go for this topic that how can business quickly pivot their strategy to respond to sudden technological, economical, and environmental disruptions without losing core values.
Sure. So I'm really glad that you mentioned the core values, and because those are the main structure around which the organization is built. Now, all the other facts, there are so many changes that are coming up in every sector. You name it. It may be manufacturing, whether it is going to EVs, or whether it is education, or whether it is any science and research or healthcare. Um, and that all while all this change is happening, we need a path or a someone to help in walking the path of the change, because the most important roadblock to changing is the process of unlearning. And in that, if we are having a that is where I will again say platform like Skitter, which allows you to practice into the new areas that you're getting into without the fear of failing in front of everyone, without the fear of losing your confidence. That really gives a big boost.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Fred.
Well, his idea of inclusion is very important here because we're dealing with different cultures and different values. Like you said, keeping your core value. We're talking about becoming unlocalized and going into a world forum where we share these ideas and these values with other countries, somehow managing to get past the language barrier and directing, like you said, towards younger people, education starting at an earlier age that we can follow through. And this affects having businesses that said are instead of having an overall educational system that tries to teach everything to everybody, we start at an earlier age and direct them to what those people are good at. Children who see things differently than adults do, and trying to concentrate on encouraging emphasis on what they do best rather than subjecting everybody to the same ideas and constructs. We realize the dialogue between the older and the younger generations because the younger generations are the people of tomorrow that are going to be making these decisions for us. When we become a world economy, when you value what you're building in one place and trying to see another place where they're building a little bit differently and incorporating both ideas together on a world stage.
Thank you. Dr. Soha, do you have any? Yes.
To be honest, it's feasible. Yes, we can. We can keep our core value and try to adapt to the situation. It's especially nowadays, we are facing this now. We are in a moment of the economic life, which everything is changing. It's unbelievable. But we are still working and we are still attracting students for our business. Maybe for other companies is for their products, but for our business, we are still attracting human beings. So, which means our core value are respected and they are still accepting our value with the changing, with the macro environment changing. It's we need to adapt anyway. Adaptation is a sign of intelligence. We have to adapt. If we don't adapt, we are dead. So we have to adapt and to continue giving our message. That's very important, especially with education. Education is not any business. It's a very important business, which is we are working with our future generation. So this is very important. It's not like any product. It's a mission, education.
It's showing that core values have to be adaptable.
Exactly, yes, we have to.
They have to change along with what we learn.
Yeah. For example, a few years ago, I was still a student. We never talked about sustainability, about green energy, nothing. And we had to accept it and learn it after because we have to. Full stop. It's how can we change it? This is another philosophical subject for students in the high school. How can we change if we have to learn this? The students can say no if they are in this topic, in this business or whatever, in this major, they have to do it if it's included in the curriculum.
We have to listen to the voices outside the curriculum.
Yes.
The students that haven't learned yet, they're people. I have people ask questions all the time about this or that, and it shows that they're not always following what we might regard as fundamental principles. Yeah. They're incorporating the ideas in the future into what comes on today.
You see, we have to change our curriculum. You see, 2 years later, sometimes it becomes obsolete. We have to rechange.
There's the adaptability.
Yes. to the needs of the market. Because when you are in higher education, you have to adapt to the market as well, because we want the students to be employable after. If they are not, it's useless. Why are they studying?
Exactly. So what we see as core values of our production might not always be something that has to be cast in iron, whatever. It has to be changing. It has to be adaptable. It has to bring in the changes that are present in the world as we evolve.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you. Jiri, you want to add any point?
Yes, I would like to say that great people, great humans are meeting here today from different countries of the world. I consider that we are the leaders of our communities, and uh, I would like to tell you my personal opinion about this. I will share you one picture of my community, just one, very quickly, and I will share my screen quickly. Just give me a second, please. Share screen, and share entire screen. And here you can see that I have a small community. I will just share it now, of business people. Yes. So we are meeting every month. For 15 years, we have been meeting. And if our communities, now I will stop sharing, if our communities around the world connect, we connect our communities around the world, and maybe even go one step further, help AI as our assistant and helper to help us build communities, connect those communities together globally, I think we can make a better world. This is my idea to answer your question, Dr. Sharif.
Thank you. Professor Shohidullah Mia, can you hear me, Professor?
Yes.
Yes, if you can open your camera. What skill and mindset should organization cultivate in their workforce to ensure resilience and innovation in a rapidly changing global market? And if you share, as you have around 9,000 students in IUBAT, and you have student every corner of Bangladesh. So how you want to analyze this point, and how you want to share your experience with our audience?
Yeah. Actually, if I want to express at our university, the Bangladesh is the native language is Bengali, but our medium of instruction in our university is completely is in English, and we are trying to for quality education to the students in different disciplines like engineering, agriculture, and other disciplines, mechanical, computers, civil. So these are the students is our private university, but we are very challenging with the quality education, and we are learning atmosphere is in completely English. We cannot speak any Bengali in our classes, and then ultimately student very effectively learning, and then the students are going for abroad, and they are after their graduation they are achieving the IELTS score around uh, 7 plus, and at the same time in the world it is our commitment of the university that those are the merit students. We are providing them financing. We are financing them. They do not need to pay any money as they are the scholar. And this is our human resource development of our university strategy. So we are not taking any money. We are providing after that their graduation, they are they will get the job, and then they reback the money to the university from his salary. So this is our development of the strategy of the university for the human resource development, and also the students are going for higher study due to the quality education, due to the English language proficiency, and our graduate must need to pass from our university graduation English proficiency. Otherwise, we are not providing the degree of any students. That is the strategy of the UPAT University of Bangladesh. We are providing the students must need the CGPA 3 and above, not more than below 3. If they below 3, then their scholarship will be minus. We will not provide any scholarship of the university.
Thank you, Professor. I
So
have
in
to go
this
for
way,
the.
we are not making any business
Mhm.
of this university. We are trying to research development. That is our views of the university.
Thank you, Professor. We want to invite your student for our Paris Graduate School PhD program. So hopefully, through this process, we can work together. Rosalind, what's your closing remarks for today's session? Can you unmute, please?
You are mute, Rosaline. You are mute. Cannot hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was muted. I'm in my kitchen. It's at 8 in Kenya, so I'm cooking dinner. So I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
My closing remarks are when great people, when people join hands together, greater things happen. And great things happen where moving fitter. Okay, so if we combine our expertise, we combine our culture, Sharif, your culture, my culture in Africa, and we find a way to integrate how everything together with how great we are, we can change things. That's what I believe. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
So thank you all for giving
Yes.
me the chance to be here, and we'll
Thank you.
continue
Thank you.
the communication.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Conrad, what's your closing remarks for today?
I echo what everyone said. Finally, we are one world, and together we can make the change happen. And Dr. Sharif, you are doing an amazing job getting people from all the continents together, everyone with a different perspective, everyone with a different expertise. And I'm very confident with people like you, we will definitely see the change coming soon.
Thank you. We have our honorable ambassadors, Saudi ambassadors, Mr. Golam Mushi. Thank you for joining today. He's politician. We love to engage with the politician. He's a very positive, thought-provoking, and he make a lot of progress for Bangladesh and Middle East market. Mr. Golam Mushi, if you share some of your views uh, about the present situations of Bangladesh politics, economy, and educations. That will be helpful for today's discussions. And definitely, we all want to collaborate with your intellectual contributions for Bangladesh. What you are doing, I know you are doing a lot of great job for Bangladesh, Mr. Golam Moshi.
Uh, Thank you very much, uh, our dear friends and honorable guests. Uh, I served as Bangladesh ambassador to Saudi Arabia for almost nearly 6 years, from 2015 to 2020, and also represented Bangladesh in the OIC as well as Islamic Development Bank. And previously, I used to work for multinational oil companies, British Petroleum and Total Oil. And so you can say jack of all trade, master of none. So actually, you see, Bangladesh is a very densely populated country. It is 180 million people in a small area of 56,000 square mile, which is, you can say, it's the most densely country in the world, you may say. It is not only 56,000 square mile. Out of 56,000 square mile, about one fourth is water, rivers, lakes, and it starts from Himalaya down to the Bay of Bengal. So basically, Bangladesh is a delta, and it is. Uh, we were under British rule colony for 200 years. Then we became independent in 1947 as West Pakistan, East Pakistan. Then we broke away from West Pakistan in 1971, and now we are called Bangladesh. So actually, the people are, you can say, very resilient type of people. We experience flood, cyclone, tidal bore almost every year. But still, the people, as soon as the flood water recedes, the people, you can see the smile in their face. So our people over this century knows how to live with all the natural calamities, cyclones. It's unfortunate, but we have no choice. You cannot shift the country. So, but anyway, the people are happy. Economy is challenging, especially in the last few years because of world geopolitics. And our main export item is ready-made garments, clothing, where about 8 million, mostly female workers are involved. We are next to China in clothing as export. And other than that, our traditional export item was jute, which is used to be used for second, but that is almost over. So clothing is our main item. And the economy has been mainly based on remittance by our expatriate workers, which our Bangladeshi workers, around 10 million, are working abroad, mainly in the Middle East countries, Europe, and other countries. So their remittance, which is around to $25 billion officially, unofficially it reaches 35 to $40 billion. It has kept our economy running. So it's not we we have very little natural resources, small gas reserve, and uh, we can say that uh, our gas reserve is also very fast depleting, and in the next 5 to 7 years, I think we will be over with the natural gas. So we are not going to have easy time. It is going to be very challenging in the coming years. Politically, we are, you know, uh, two major political parties, and the third one is religious parties, but mainly our the most important religious party is based on Sufism. Sufism is basically peaceful. So, but we have also a political party called Jamaat Islam, which is sometimes they are a little bit tough, but their representation is very minor. It's not a major threat to our country. We are okay, I should say. But the most challenging is until unless we could have our economy running in the proper direction, the country will face serious challenges and uncertainties. And if the country goes for uncertainties and challenges, then, with the crisis of economy, it gives room for growth of some extremists. They try to take advantage of the situation. So it has to be contained, no doubt. So in any case, we have to improve our economy, our safety and security, because if this Bangladesh becomes vulnerable, hey, chup, conference call, আমি conference call. So, if Bangladesh become economically some difficulties, it will give rise to some extremist forms. And if extremist people comes over, then it will destabilize the whole region, because our next door neighbor is Myanmar and India. They are the two major countries India is having two-thirds of our border, and one-fifth of our border is Myanmar. Myanmar, as you know, it has been run by the military regime. They are fighting with various insurgency. On the northeastern part of India, it is also they have internal problems in India. They call it Seven Sister State, which is also a breeding ground for insurgency. So, in any case, Bangladesh should have a stable economy, a stable government, and they, I should say, must ensure the country runs in the right direction so that there is the political situation in this country is stable. The government should give good governance, ensure good governance and stability. Otherwise, if Bangladesh becomes unstable, the whole region will be affected. India will have a very tough time ensuring that regarding the security of their own country, as well as Myanmar, as you know, some problems is going on with the Myanmar military regime and the some local population, and so Bangladesh have to be. In any case, we must develop our economy is to be on a strong foundation to ensure the peace and stability, not inside the country of Bangladesh, but for the whole region. And that is the general scenario of the country of Bangladesh. I'll be happy if you have any queries regarding Bangladesh, so I will be happy to address.
Thank you, Mr. Golam Moshi, for your excellent contributions. And we need more good politicians like you who can help to go for this regional peace. Mr. Fred, what's your closing remarks for today?
Well, I want to thank you all for allowing me to participate. It's been an honor. I think the first part of this conversation touched on educating students and future leaders in our universities and incorporating them. And the second part, I believe, has to do with the way we rank our nations according to their resources. Those with the most resources get the most attention. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Unless we help those without the resources by demonstrating what we're talking about, incorporating education into our world leadership, and such as Dr. Gomes has spoke about, that this is the future. Is not ranking ourselves according to the resources we have or how rich we are or how great we accomplish our things, but how much we help everyone else reach those same plateaus that we're already at. Getting them all together on a world level on the same page, looking for the same concepts and developments to encouraging the future of humanity itself as one nation, as one world, rather than a bunch of nations all grouped together. I thank everybody for allowing me to be a part of this, and looking forward to the future developments.
Thank you. Dr. Soha, what's your closing remarks for today's session?
In closing, I am very grateful for this discussion room today. I would like to thank you all, really a heartfelt thank you, because you accepted to be a part of our journey, and hope to see you very soon, very shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ziri, what's your closing remarks for today?
I would like to say that if you like me or my energy, I would be happy to meet you again in the private call. So let's get connected. Let's cooperate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Professor Shohidullah, what's your closing remarks for today?
Yeah,
Dr.
very glad, Dr. Rana, because we can express our situation of the Bangladesh, and we can express our university situation, and also we can express the need of the research of Bangladesh. So we are very thankful to you for kindly inviting me in this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Golam Moshi, what's your closing remarks and what you want to share?
I think the most important thing is, the cooperation and collaboration between the West and the developing countries like Bangladesh should be more, the developed countries should give more attention to these developing countries and not really help, but cooperate and collaborate towards economic and social development of the countries, so that the country and the region could be in peace, stable, and the people of the country and the region have a good future with hopes and aspiration. That's the most important thing. I think the Western countries should come together, and we would be happy to work together to find out some solution. And I would love to give all my due attention and time if we can work out some sort of collaboration and cooperation between the developed countries and the countries like us for the peace and prosperity of the humanity and the region. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to give thanks to all of our speakers last 2 days conference from Stanford University, from NASA, from Silicon Valley large corporations to India, from Africa, from South America, from Europe, from Middle East, from Bangladesh. Everybody joins. That is the beauty, right? I call it talent economy. In the talent economy, each and everyone is the owner of the talent economy. It's not my individual company. This is the ownerships. You own it, we collaborate, and we do for work. And I'm very happy that in these 2 conferences, politicians, corporations, academia, everybody come together, innovators come together, and they are working together for scientific journal. They are working together for innovative solutions for education, healthcare, and urban planning. And we are working together for a better future. That is the beauty of this Innovative Academic Research Publishers Conference. So I want to give thanks to everyone, those who support this conference. We will organize more, and hopefully not only online, with the leadership of Dr. Soha, maybe in offline, we can get together in Paris, and we can do more collaborations and partnerships. And maybe we can do it in India, in Europe, and in Bangladesh, and in USA, and everywhere. So thank you everyone for joining today's sessions. I think soon we are publishing our issues, and we will share our issue with all of our audience. And thank you, audience, how I get support through you. I find that it's very energetic. And again, another thing, modern science, engineering, and technology is the way how we can improve our life. So, and definitely global north and global south, we can work together based on our knowledge economy. And I call it talent economy, because we need talent. So whatever the things is happening with artificial intelligence, with quantum computing and AI, human and human wisdom is the most important and valuable asset for us. Hopefully through this process, we can gain more success and progress. I request all of our audience, please share our content. This is very, very high quality content we produced last 2 days. When I talked with Dr. Soha, I said that why don't we build world next Stanford? She laughed at me. and I think you can get all of the inside of Silicon Valley, Stanford, and India, and IIT, and all of the great things. So it's possible. If we have a dream, you can hard work, and you have honesty, the whole world gonna support you. So that is the way. So maybe we are building world next Stanford or Harvard through all of your contributions.
It's a
Thank you,
teamwork.
everyone.
It's a teamwork. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely teamwork. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
and take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.